Yeah, my name is Josie Hernandez. Everybody call me Pepi in the Spanish community. And I born in Cordoba, Spain, on the south of Spain. I born on the 9th of August of 1939. It was after the Civil War in Spain. And my parents kept me, talk to me all the time about the hard time. I can't remember anything. Well, Jose was my husband. He was was on the army, and he left the army. His uncle was, he was the administrator of the mayor of Cordoba. And he said to Jose, when you finish your military service, you can open your own business, and we're giving you all the job or the child. But we was young, and we wanted to get married. So he hear about Australia somewhere, so he came to me and he said, what happened if we apply to go to Australia? And I said, Australia? And where is Australia? I never hear. In my whole life, even at school, I never hear mention Australia. And I said, pues, try and see what happens. So we filled out the paper, and we sent the paper away, and we forgot everything about. So he bought a little business, and he was to open the business when we got a letter to say that we was selected to be coming to Australia because they wanted young married couple with tries. They didn't want anybody that didn't have a try. I was a nursing aide, and Jose was an electrician. So we coming, and the last day to be married, it was the 4th of November of 1962. So he said, what did we do now? I'm going to open the business. And I said to him, it's after you. And he said, por let we go to Australia, I sell the business, let we go to Australia, we get rich and come back in 3 years' time. So he sold everything, and we got married on the 4th of November, on the last day, and left for Australia on the 12th of January of 1963, arriving in Australia on the 13th of January of 1963. It was the first flight between Australia, applying from Qantas, went to Madrid, and it was the first flying between Madrid and Australia. So we arriving in there, in Sydney, and I took us to the hostel in Sydney to have something to eat and to refresh ourselves, and I put us on the train later, and we ending in Bonegilla. When we went to Bonegilla, and I saw Bonegilla, I felt sorry that I ever left my house, that I ever left my parents. But we was young, and somebody brought the guitar, and he said, we coming here to conquer Australia, not to cry. So let we celebrate. So I started to play the guitar, and we was singing and dancing, and we was there for 3 months. I brought a little bit of money. On that time, it was about $5,000. Then it was a lot. And when the money started to finishing, because I didn't like to eat anything in there, so they gave us 3 choices to go on to the kind, but I had to remain in Bonegilla, and he had gone by himself, or to pick rye, or to the tobacco. But on the tobacco, we can be together. So we went to the tobacco. I never saw a country feel in my whole life. I was in a city, a big city, and to me was the hardest experience of my whole life. But at the same time, when I arrived there, it was a lot of Italian people, And I said to me, why then I was afraid of not speaking English? I can understand everybody. English very easy. But I felt lighter than that was in English, than that was Italian. I was pregnant. I fell ill as soon as I arrived in Australia. On my way from Spain to Australia, I was pregnant. And it was really, really a horrible experience. It's supposed to be a beautiful experience for women. For me, was the hardest experience in my whole life, to be alone with no family and nobody, and don't understanding anybody. And I want to say one thing. The only thing that I feel guilty to be coming to Australia is because I deprived my children from her family, from them family, because we coming here, I left my father and my mother there, and I never saw them anymore. And I deprived my children from the family. But I'm very happy in Australia. I got a lot of feelings. I never forget my country. I got my country in my heart. But I got a great feeling for Australia too, because Australia opened the door to us and giving us a lot of opportunity. So I didn't get rich, but I rich on memories.